First up, you already know. Clear your energy, clear your energy, clear your energy. Protect your energy. Protect your peace.
Hello, VIPs. Let's talk real for 1 minute here. I have some messages, but I just want to say some stuff. This is going to sound strange coming from a coach, energy worker. By this time next year, long before that, you're not going to need me anymore. And that's okay. Actually, that's amazing. That's the whole point of doing all this work. And I'm ready. I've got a whole other career starting, so it's okay. I just want to make sure you're ready, right? Ready to move forward with clear energy, steady peace, being in the flow in every area of your life, love, money, purpose. But here's the thing, we can't hold that high vibration if our energy is cluttered. And that's why I always remind you, right? Clear your energy, not just yourself, your pets, your home, your workspace, your electronics, even your online accounts, because energy travels through all of that. So every week I wait and see what my guides say and see where the energy is, and I try to create packages around that so we can be in specific energy. Unlike Etsy, where it was just like, okay, we're just going to do it as the orders come in. I want to do things that are aligned with the current energy because we are coming very, very close to the end of 2025. So now, this week, I'm going to do a 3-in-1 reset to combine money and love and just a full energy detox and reset to clear away the stuck vibes so you can actually receive what's meant for you. Again, I think these discounted sessions are going to end soon. They're difficult. They're, like I said, it comes out to less than $5 an hour for me. And I spend so much time lining up the recordings with the video and uploading, and it's electronics, and me and electronics always have a struggle, so it's a lot. But I want to do it because I want to make sure you guys are ready. If you've been feeling heavy and blocked, or like things just aren't flowing, you are completely in alignment with where you're supposed to be right now. That is how we are all feeling, those of us who have been going through this process this whole year. So let's clear it up now. So by next year, you're standing in your full power. And again, you won't need me anymore. I'm doing everything right now to try to prepare for that. I'm trying to get some videos up for you guys to clear your own energy, to read energy, to listen to your intuition, all those things. But again, I feel like we all need to keep our energy clear. And if you're not doing it yourself, please take advantage every week when I try to get the discount things out there. I'm trying to keep the price down so price is not a factor, because you really need to keep your energy clear right now. And I mean everything. Yourself, like I said, yourself, your home, your pets, your work, your electronics, your bank accounts, all of that stuff. It's imperative. So I'm gonna do another discount one. Bear with me. I know they take a long time, but like I said, it's because there's so many that come in because the price is so low. And I try to give everybody the same energy and attention. I don't want to race through anyone just because they're a discount thing. I don't want you to feel like, oh, it was a discount, so she doesn't care. Like, no, I'm trying to give them all the same energy and the same attention. But I think it's to me, it's important to keep the price down right now. Okay, so I'm going to do another one of those today. I'll send the email out, and all right, let me get to these messages. You guys are so close. You don't even have any idea. You're so close. The last couple of weeks, the energy, the vibe was just low, and I didn't even want to really interact with people because I didn't want to pass that along. The last couple of days, it's been so positive, and the messages I keep getting from people is just like, oh my gosh, all the people that have been going through this, all this growth and transformation this year, you're so close. You're so close. I hope you remember me when you don't need me anymore. Anyway, okay, let's get this out of the way. So first thing is, okay, this is the energy of what I've been talking about this whole year, pretty much, about the jealousy and the envy. This is one of those energies. It keeps coming through as like somebody dug their own grave. Somebody dug their own grave. And so they're holding on to some sort of lie. Lie they told about you, because they desperately want people to believe them and to believe that what they're saying and what they've been saying for a very long time is true. And it's not. There might be something about dragons. I don't know why all of a sudden I'm seeing dragons. Somebody may be into dragons or have a dragon tattoo. I don't know. Somehow that might be relevant for one of you. Yeah, I don't know. There's something about somebody was trying to promote a fake narrative about you, about who you are, or what is this? Okay, this is either family or like someone you considered family. Like if it's like a childhood friend you've known your whole life, like you would consider them family. Okay, sorry, I had to get quiet for a minute because I was getting family, but on two sides of a wall. So it's like the person doing this may be family or someone you consider family, but then also there's a family or someone that you consider family that is protecting you. It's on both sides of the wall. So on the one side is a family member or someone you considered a family member that's been spreading a narrative, a lie, something. On the other side of the wall is a family member, someone you considered a family member that is protecting you. And I feel like I need to say it's a family member, or again, someone you considered a family member that crossed too soon. Does that make sense? So like, I have relatives that passed young, or a best friend that passed young. So it'd be something like that. They crossed too soon. And then something about pushing a false narrative about like your beliefs, the work we do maybe. If you work with energy, and I know this very well, that people say you're a witch. That's why I've taken that on. I take that word because it's been thrown my way so many times. So I'm like, okay, sure, I'm a witch, whatever. But it's something like that. When you're working in the positive and you're working in the light energy, and but they're making it very dark, something like that. It may just be a practice that you do, and they're trying to spread some kind of, again, false narrative about that, right? When you're actually pure and chosen, and they're making it like, oh, you're a devil worshiper, something like that. But it started with they dug their own grave. So it's like they've done this, and I guess it's been going on a while, and now it's starting to turn on them somehow. So they're clinging to this, and they're like trying to push that lie even harder, as like a last ditch attempt. because there's something very intimidating to them about what you know, as far as this, as far as, working in energy and being positive and putting good energy out into the world. And okay, I have to say this because they're showing me this about myself. So somebody, one of you, or some of you may have had like a imaginary friend, quote unquote, when you were younger, which I did. I don't, for those of you I already told this, I apologize, but some of you I haven't. That's how this whole thing started for me. When I was little, I had an quote unquote imaginary friend, is what my mother called it. And she was not nice about it. She told me to stop playing, and that it was embarrassing, and she was very horrible about it. So I didn't want to see this anymore, and so I blocked it for many, many years. But the message for you is that was not an imaginary friend. They were a guide of some sort. And somebody is really, the word that comes to mind is fear-mongering. They're trying to make people scared of you, about, something about your skills, your talents, your gifts. I'm getting character assassination. What the heck is this? Because there's like, I don't know, like surveillance. Somebody's watching, surveilling. I don't know, driving by your home, obsessed. But almost like a private investigator. And someone trying to figure out where you live. And this comes up a lot, about someone being in competition with you and you're not even competing with them. And I feel like this may be somebody that you really, really trusted at one time. And it's all about, okay. So when you were younger, you may have been, and this is not an insult because I'm the same, you may have been a people pleaser. I almost want to say a doormat. I was a doormat. Yes, I'll do whatever. I just want people to be happy. Whatever will make you happy, I'll do it. You may have been like that. And this person, this group of people liked you better that way. But as you've gotten more mature and you've gotten hurt many times, now you have some boundaries. You're still kind of like, I want people to be happy and I want everything to work out, but you're not willing to like help people to your own detriment anymore, and they don't like that. They don't like that you've gotten this level of emotional maturity, spiritual awareness, whatever it is. That's where it stems from, because again, it's like somebody that you used to trust. And somehow they feel, I don't know why, excuse me, humiliated or embarrassed by your growth. And heavily it's about, maybe this is my reading. Heavily it's about trying to get people to see you Like you're not who you say you are, or not even who you say you are, because I don't feel like you go around saying it, but like you're not how you present yourself. You're not as pure as you present yourself. You're not as nice as you present yourself. You're not of the divine, because it makes it feel like they're trying to say you are doing something low vibrational. Like if good things happen for you, it's because you're into dark arts, or that the gifts you have do not come from the divine. Or if somebody says you work with me, then they're like, oh, they're working with some dark, and it's like that. Like what you're doing is dark. But this person's energy is actually very dark and dense. So they're projecting that onto you. There may be something about, it's just a lot of lies, but there might be something about them saying that you have an addiction of some kind when you don't. Maybe you used to, but like they're saying that now. Very like you're pretending to be something you're not, when that's what they're doing. They think you're hiding a secret. They're very fixated on your like allure, like whether that be you're attractive looking, or just that like your energy is attractive. They're fixated on that, and they're very jealous of that, because you always sort of had it. You always sort of had the it factor, whatever that is. People were drawn to you, whether that's, again, your looks, your energy, your gift of gab, whatever it is, the way you dress, whatever it is. You've always sort of had it, but it was okay before because you were easily manipulated, and you were a doormat, and you were a people pleaser, blah, 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 so they could still feel superior in some way. And now you are not a doormat, easily manipulated, blah, blah, blah. So now they feel inferior. Does that make sense? And this is what has sparked the whole thing for them. Something about your I don't know, your work ethic or your beliefs, or no, wait, there's something like something you did when you were a child that this person's trying to use against you. What is this? They're trying to take something. They're trying to use something against you. Something about your imagination, because it's coming back to like, oh, imaginary friend. Something you did like as a child. We're children. We do stuff. We're supposed to develop our imagination or something, but there's something about that, like when you were a child, something you did with your imagination, whether you drew things, or when I was a kid, I created plays I could do by myself, and then I'd perform a play in the living room, like something about that. They're trying to use against you. Like as a way to embarrass you, like to talk about it in front of people or something, which is, you were a kid. I don't know why that would be embarrassing, but and I think that's it. I think I think, they would be embarrassed if somebody, brought up something they did when they were kids. So they think you'd be embarrassed, but I feel like you're just kind of like, okay, like, I was 8, like, or, whatever. But they've got this idea because they would be embarrassed that you would be embarrassed. And you're just kind of like, okay. Yeah, there may be things that, like, when you were younger, you did to kind of self-soothe. Like I said, drawing, or for me, I wrote skits, but something like that. And I don't know, they want to use it against you. And they're again pushing this narrative. But they're in this, they're desperate because people around them just really aren't. They're not bothered with what they've been saying. Because there's something about now they're like pushing this narrative on people who aren't really even, up in your business. Like, they're like, okay, well, whatever. But they think people will care. There's something about you have a lot of attention right now, so they think people will care. But these are people that, like, know you, so they don't. So, like, say you're I don't know, maybe you're on social media and you got a lot of followers, or maybe I don't know who watches these, maybe you are a celebrity, I don't know, but, like, there's something about, like, now you have a lot of people watching you that way, so they think the people who knew you before are watching you that way. Does that make sense? But they're not. They're like, like, for me, like, that's Chrissy from next door, who cares? You know what I'm saying? But they think they will care, or they'll be able to embarrass you.